Hi guys, myself Sanjay Chatterjee. Today I have come before you with my new video, and this video is very important to understand and comprehend and to appreciate also poetry, drama and fiction sometimes. My new video is on poetic device or the literary device, as you can say that thing. And this is very important part. As you can see that thing, the poetic device or figure of speech, you can see on the board. And this thing comes in the examinations also. Questions are asked regarding figure of speech, poetic device. Students have to say that what poetic device is used in this particular stanza, in this particular line. कौन सा फिगर ऑफ स्पीच, कौन सा पोएटिक डिवाइस इसमें यूज हुआ है, स्टूडेंट से पूछा जाता है और उसका आंसर देना पड़ता है. और सिर्फ एग्जाम के पर्पस के लिए नहीं, बल्कि खुद को समझने के लिए, एप्रिशिएट करने के लिए, पोएम को बढ़िया से समझने के लिए भी इसका बहुत इंपॉर्टेंस है, इसका बहुत सिग्निफिकेंस भी है. तो स्टार्ट करते हैं पहले हम लोग इससे. लुक एट द बोर्ड फर्स्ट. पोएटिक डिवाइस और फिगर ऑफ स्पीच. नाउ द क्वेश्चन कम्स, व्हाट इज फिगर ऑफ स्पीच? It is a departure from the ordinary form of expression to produce greater effect. Departure from the ordinary form of expression. Normally जैसे हम लोग एक्सप्रेस करते कुछ बोलते हैं, उससे थोड़ा हटके, ताकि इफेक्ट उसका, असर उसका ज्यादा हो और बढ़िया से उसका इंपॉर्टेंस इफेक्ट हम लोग को सामने आ जाए. जैसे पहले देखिए सिमिली, SIMILE, सिमिली. सिमिली क्या होता है? सिमिली इज अ कंपैरिजन ऑफ टू अनलाइक थिंग्स यूजिंग एज और लाइक. When two things are compared with as or like, we call it simile. Look at the example. She dances like a peacock. She dances like a peacock. She is a girl and she is compared with an animal, peacock. So these two are different things. So what is the ground of comparison? On which ground they are compared? That is the beauty of the dance. They are, their expression of dance. She dances as beautiful as the peacock. So this is the comparison, and she is compared with a peacock with the help of the adverb like. So you can call it a simile. Let's go to the next part, that is the metaphor. What is metaphor? It is the comparison of two unlike things not using as or like. इसमें भी comparison होगा, लेकिन as or like नहीं रहेगा. So you can call it an implied comparison. Implied comparison. The comparison is in separate. The comparison is not direct. It is an indirect kind of comparison. For example, you can say that all the world is a stage. It is a line of William Shakespeare. All the world is a stage. Here, world is compared with a stage, but there is no word like or as. If we write in this way that all the world is like a stage, then it would be simile. Similarly, life is a dream. This is also a direct comparison. There is no word like. For example, like or as, it's a direct comparison. If we write in this way, life is like a dream, then it would be simile. But here is a direct comparison, life is a dream, so it is a metaphor. So whenever you find an implied comparison or direct comparison between two different things, we can call it a metaphor. Let's go to the third part, the figure of speech, that is personification. What is personification? It is giving an animal or an object human qualities. Some human animal or object, if we describe them giving some human qualities, then we can call it a personification. Then it becomes a personification. For example, you can say that the thirsty earth soaks up the rain. The thirsty earth soaks up the rain. As if the earth has become really thirsty and it is soaking up the rain. Here the earth is described just as a human being. Another example is, my village is calling me. My village is calling me. Just like as if my village is a human being and it is calling me, but the meaning is different. It means that I am getting at, I want to go to village. I am interested to go to village, but I am describing it in another way, that my village is calling me. So it is a personification. For another example is, the flowers are smiling. Flowers are not human beings, but we can say such things, that flowers are smiling as if like a child or a human being, the flowers are smiling. So these are the examples of personification. Friends, first look at the board carefully and see what is written there. Now after that I shall describe three more figure of speech or literary device. Look at the board first. Our next poetic device is alliteration. Alliteration is deliberate repetition of initial consonant sounds. At the beginning there will be some consonant sounds and that consonant sounds will be repeated. For example, I babble on the pebbles. You can see that B-A-B-L-E, B-A-double-B-L-E and B-L-E-S. B-L-E-S are repeated. It creates a musical sound and this we call alliteration. Next one is repetition. It means repeating sounds, words, phrases to emphasize an idea. Here a particular word or the phrase sounds will be repeated here. Lightly or lightly we bear her along. Here the two words lightly, lightly are repeated and the poem is The Palanquin Bearers written by Sarojini Naidu. So this is called repetition when a word is repeated more than one time in a sentence. Now the third one is, this number 6 is refrains. What is refrains? The stanza or line that keeps on repeating several times in a poem or drama. Here a complete line will be repeated several times in a drama or in a poem. For example, for men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. If you read the poem, The Brook, written by Lord Tennyson, you will get this line coming several times in a poem. So you can call it a refrain. And in Julius Caesar, written by William Shakespeare, in Antony's speech, this line, for Brutus is an honorable man, this line has come several times in his long speech, the speech of Antony, that this line keeps repeating. So we can call it a repetition. When a particular line is repeated several times in a poem or a drama, we call it refrain. This repetition is called refrain. Friends, first look at the board, then I shall discuss the topic before you. Now our number 7 poetic device is onomatopoeia. What is it? This is use of words resembling the sounds they mean. The words will be used in such a way that their pronunciation will represent their meaning. For example, the murmuring of bees. The word murmuring express the sounds of the bees. The other examples are buzz, hiss, sound of the snake, thud. When any heavy things are fallen on the ground, the sound is called thud. Click. These are the examples of onomatopoeia. Number 8 is irony. What is irony? Irony is where the meaning is different from what it seems apparently. Apparently, it will mean something, but the inner meaning will be different. For example, Coleridge's poem, the poem on Ancient Mariner, Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. Here we get the words like water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink. You can say that water, water everywhere, but nobody can drink a single drop of water. How is it possible? It is possible because they are stranded in the ocean and nobody can drink the salty water of the sea. So this is called this is irony. The meaning is something different from what it appears at the first time. Number 9 is hyperbole. Hyperbole is exaggeration of something for dramatic effect. This book weighs a ton. This book weighs a ton. Now we know that a book cannot weigh a ton. It means that it has so much knowledge, it has so much information in it that it weighs a ton. So it is a kind of exaggerating an idea just to have a dramatic effect, and this is called hyperbole. Number 10 is anaphora. What is anaphora? A word or expression repeated at the beginning. At the beginning of 2 or 3 successive lines, a particular 2 or 3 words will be repeated. For example, we can say that we are taking these lines from Subramania Bharati's poem, The Wind, very famous poem. 3 lines. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. In these 3 lines, we have seen that don't. This word don't has come 3 times in 3 lines at the beginning of the 3 lines. So friends, these are the 10 examples of figure of speech which I gave it to you. But I must tell you there are more figure of speech or poetic devices. But for the examination purposes, looking at the purpose of examinations mainly, I have described for 10 important poetic devices. If I get again chance, I will describe other figure of speeches to you. And finally, I am requesting you, if you like this video, I'm sure that you have liked this video, and this will alleviate, this will remove all kinds of confusion from your mind regarding poetic device and figure of speech. So I'm telling you, I'm requesting you to like my, not my actually, not our, it is your channel. So I'm requesting you to like your channel and to subscribe it. If you have not subscribed it till now, please subscribe it. At the same time, send me positive comments, so that I can give you such good videos before you again and again in future time also. That's all, and good wishes to everybody.